Hi, I'm Jeff Brazil from the University of Arkansas. In this recorded webinar, you will hear Dr. Nathan Kemper from the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences to talk about the Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Business. Great stuff, and remember, go hogs!
So today we're talking about the Bachelor of Science in Agriculture for Agricultural Business, offered at the University of Arkansas online. But before I get into the program details, I wanted to introduce our special guest today, Dr. Nathan Kemper, who's an associate professor in the department. Dr. Kemper, would you maybe like to take a moment to introduce yourself and speak about your background and experience?
Yeah, sure. Glad to be here. I'm Nathan Kemper, an associate professor of community and rural development in the Department of Agricultural Economics and Agribusiness. I've been working on developing online classes for about 10 years now, maybe a little over 10 years. I've either led the development or supported development of around 7 classes in our online program. I'm also our online program coordinator. So for my teaching responsibilities in the department, the online program's been something of a passion of mine over the last few years, and it's culminated with this great bachelor's program. So just excited to be here and hopefully recruit some more great students into our program.
Awesome. That sounds great. Well, thank you for joining us, Dr. Kemper. So I'll go over the basic overview of the program. So this agricultural business degree is a 100% online program. It can be completed entirely online without any visits to campus required. It's comprised of 120 credit hours, which is estimated to take about 4 years, depending on your schedule and course load. So throughout the program, you'll learn to apply business management concepts to the agriculture industry. Some of the things you'll learn about include agricultural finance, food and agricultural marketing, prices and forecasting, agricultural and natural resource law, as well as a variety of other topics. It'll prepare you really for success in the marketplace of agricultural operations on everything from family farms all the way up through multinational corporations. And one of the things that I think is the most interesting aspect of the program is that there are 2 concentrations that are offered. So there's the agribusiness risk management concentration as well as the pre-law concentration. So it really gives you an opportunity to kind of tailor the degree to your career goals. So whether that's to immediately enter the job market after graduation, or if you'd like to apply for graduate level programs, you'll have the skills and the knowledge to be able to do both. So now I'd like to turn it back to Dr. Kemper and allow him maybe to speak from the faculty perspective and kind of elaborate maybe on those concentrations as well.
We've got these 2 concentrations, pretty excited about both of them. The agribusiness risk management concentration, that was our first foray into online degree programming here in the department. That one is been our most popular up to this point, but the pre-law specialization really just started last fall. I expect it to take off pretty quickly. They're very similar. So the idea here is that you would there's one degree program, and it's the ag business degree program. The concentrations end up being between 15 and 18 hours, where you're definitely taking 18 hours in each concentration, but there's a little overlap between these 2. Agribusiness risk management, a little bit more specialization there, like specific classes you have to take in the area of risk management in the Walton College as well. There's a few finance classes that we share with the finance department over there. So this one gets you a little bit more targeted training specifically in financial, legal, agricultural production risk, those sorts of focus areas. Whereas pre-law, it's a pre-law degree, but it's also an ag business degree. So we have students that it might surprise some to know that we've got students that do a pre-law degree that have no interest in going to law school, but they're really wanting to study, ag and natural resource, environmental law, things like that. So we do have pre-law students going to law school, but also students that are just more interested in agricultural law and policy. So that's really where those 2 differ, is in that specialization concentration area. A couple of different paths. They're similar paths, but there's some differences between the 2, but ultimately you end up with that same degree in ag business. So
That's awesome. That's great to hear. So now I'll go ahead and go over the admissions requirements. There are 2 entry points for this program. So if you have fewer than 24 transferable credit hours, you'll be classified as a transfer freshman. This classification requires a 3.0 high school GPA, a score of at least 20 on the ACT or the AccuPlacers equivalent, and then a 2.5 college GPA on any earned course credit. And then if you have more than 24 transferable credit hours, you'll be classified as a new transfer. And this classification just requires a 2.5 college GPA. And then the course requirements may vary based on what courses you've already taken. And then one of the best aspects of studying online at the University of Arkansas is that all fully online students pay the in-state tuition rate no matter where they live. So the tuition rate for this program at the time of this recording is $269.75 per credit hour, as well as these additional per credit hour fees. But you'll want to check the website to get the most up-to-date information. And we know that paying for college is a concern for many prospective students. So one of the things that we're happy to share is that you are eligible to take advantage of several scholarship and financial aid opportunities for an online degree. The first and most important step is to complete the free application for federal student aid. This is also known as the FAFSA. It's a free application that's required for federal and state funding, as well as several scholarship opportunities, including the Pell Grant. So you'll want to apply to that as soon as possible, and that'll give you the opportunity to consider as many options as you can. Some other scholarship opportunities that you could consider as well. Things like the W.E. Manning Memorial Scholarship. That's offered by the university's global campus, and that's exclusive to fully online degree-seeking students. And it provides $1,000 per semester for the duration of an academic year. And then if you are an Arkansas resident, you may also be eligible for the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarship, as well as the Arkansas Future Grant. And then some additional things that I like to highlight are things like military service. So if you or a family member are affiliated with the military in any way, you might be able to use a GI Bill for an online degree. And then we also encourage people, especially if you're working full-time right now, to inquire about any tuition reimbursement plans that your employer may offer. So that could be an option for you as well. And then if you have any questions about these or any other funding opportunities, you could reach out to the financial aid office by scanning that QR code or just visiting their website at finaid.uark.edu. And then now I'd like to talk about the benefits of earning an online degree. So flexibility is obviously one of the key drivers for distance education. And our faculty members and our instructional designers, they worked really hard to make sure that this program is both flexible and accessible to all students. So no matter where you live, we want you to be able to achieve your educational goals and to find your place from any place. And many of our staff members, all of our staff members here are in it for you. We want you to be successful. We want to provide you with a variety of resources to help you get enrolled, to stay on track, and to navigate life as an online student. And some of those resources include things like our online student liaisons. They're here to answer any questions that you may have, especially in like this prospective student phase. But they really want to help guide you from application all the way through graduation. So if at any point you're unsure of where to turn, the liaisons can help point you in that direction. So, and you can connect with them by scanning that QR code or visiting our website. And then we also have student support specialists who are staff members at our global campus. They're really dedicated to the success of online students throughout their time studying here. So they serve as both a cheerleader and a personal guide to admitted undergraduate students to make sure that you're on the right track and to check if you need anything throughout your time. So definitely reach out to them. And then you'll also have access to an online student union, which is a virtual community that is designed specifically for students studying in online degree programs. So it's a private social network that allows you to connect with fellow online learners. So you'll be able to make friends, you can share study tips, and even build your network if you'd like to do that. And we have an online orientation that introduces you to the technology, the resources, and support services here at the University of Arkansas. It's a non-credit course that takes place right before the semester that you're admitted to classes. And throughout that, faculty and staff members will help you to get to know the university, to acclimate to the online learning system, and to prepare to start the semester confidently. But of all of the available academic institutions. Why the University of Arkansas? Well, the U of A has a reputation for excellence as one of the nation's top public research institutions. We're also accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, so you know that you're getting a quality education. And our online programs have also been consistently ranked by the U.S. News and World Report as among the best in online programs in the country. And much of that success is owed to our dedicated faculty members. So many of the professors that you'll engage with online, such as Dr. Kemper, are also the same ones that teach on our campus here in Fayetteville. And we really are, the whole university is committed to your success. So we have opportunities for career advancement. So things like the Office of Career Connections, they can help you explore job opportunities and really put what you've learned here into practice. And then one last thing that I always like to highlight is that the University of Arkansas has one of the most unique traditions found on any campus in the country, and that's the senior walk. So this tradition consists of miles of campus sidewalks that are engraved with the names of our graduates, dating all the way back to the first graduating class in 1876. And because the degree that you receive online is indistinguishable from one that you would receive on campus, this tradition also extends to our online students as well. So Senior Walk really, it just stands as concrete proof of the university's commitment to our students. Um, and I think it's just a really awesome benefit. It's a perk. So, and I'll finish up now with the contact information. So Natasha is the program coordinator. She starts in that role soon, as well as the Mumford College and Dr. Kemper's contact as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them or to us on our website. And now I'll open up the floor for questions if anybody has any questions.
Dr. Kemper, just for right now, we haven't gotten any questions right now in the chat, but from us being on the road and recruiting, we have a lot of people that ask us to hear about maybe some success stories of some students that have come through the program. Could you share some of those with us?
Lots of stories come to mind. I think, there's a couple of different stories that jump to mind quickly. When we first started the online program, of course, I hadn't really considered this, but I think a lot of the students that joined the online program were students that were already on campus, maybe a lot of seniors, for instance, that were looking for flexibility. They'd found that job. A lot of our students are working 30, 40 hours a week, and some of the students just they struggle with that last senior year being able to balance everything. So we have this huge demand from students that were seniors, they had a job back home, maybe wanted to have this flexibility. So we got this big interest in our online program from our traditional students just for the flexibility component, which was kind of interesting, and it helped me at least learn a lot about our on-campus students even. But one of my favorite stories, I had one of the reasons that we started this online program was specifically to reach students in places in Arkansas and around the country, but specifically in Arkansas that we don't do a great job reaching, Eastern Arkansas in particular. And I had one student named Destiny that worked at the soil testing lab in Marianna, Arkansas, and I know the gentleman that runs that lab, and I ended up being her advisor, and she did 2 associate's degrees from Phillips Community College, which is part of the U of A system as well, and then joined our program in, I guess that'd be August 2023. So did her final 2 years, just graduated last December, and now is working as a 4-H agent in, I think, in Forest City, which I think is St. Francis County. So she's an ag extension agent already. So it's really cool to see, like, one of my first full-time student advisees in this program is somebody from a rural part of Arkansas that didn't come to Fayetteville because it was cost prohibitive and she couldn't leave her family to come to Fayetteville. So to have one of those be one of our first graduates was really rewarding for me, because it showed that we were able to target that rural audience in East Arkansas and the Delta region that we haven't been able to reach so easily since we're so far removed from that area. So I think Destiny is one of our best success stories to date so far. So thought I'd share that.
Wow, that's a great story. That's a great thing to share about students that are in the program. We also get some other questions sometimes about maybe What classes would you like to highlight? What are some of the classes that you feel that students really enjoy? And just kind of talk about maybe one of the classes that you believe is a strong.
Well, I hate to be too biased, but I teach the Principles of Ag Microeconomics class. It's one of the primary classes right at the beginning. I pride myself on that class. I love teaching it. Students typically get a good experience in that class. I think it kind of sets up the program overall really well. But in the upper division classes, we've got a couple of new faculty members that joined and like enthusiastically wanted to develop some programming for our ag risk management. So I'll say there's an agricultural production risk class that's very unique to our department, taught by Hunter Byram. And then we've got a new ag finance class that was just developed and another course on prices and forecasting. All three of these fit into that risk management category. They're highly technical, but also like highly in demand by industry. So just being able to have these new young faculty join with that skill set, develop those courses has been great. You know, my favorite class in the program, it's my class because I just love teaching it. But I think the students, by the time they get to that senior year, they really like our upper division content that we focused on creating over the last few years.
Oh, that's awesome. I can tell you have the passion for the program, the passion for teaching, and we've always heard good things about this program. Um, we like to open up for any more questions, and if we don't have any more questions, Dr. Kemper, is there anything else that you'd like to close with about the program?
Um, Not really, just other than to say if you've got questions, please reach out to myself or Natasha. We've got a wonderful online coordinator that's joining us this summer that will be working full time for the program, and she is passionate about student support. So if you have any questions, any hesitations, anything you want to hear from any of us, you know, the folks from Global Campus are great. They're very supportive of students. We've got some resources in the department. So if if you're a little hesitant to ask questions on a recorded webinar, that's all right. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. We'd love to hear from you.
Perfect. Well, Dr. Kemper, thank you for joining us today. And we also want to thank you for all of those who joined us and all those that are going to watch this video. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and hopefully we'll see you as Arkansas Razorbacks someday.